Hi guys, it is us again. It is the Quynh Halley show where we hop on live every single week to discuss anything that has to do with self-love, healing, transformation, any in between. Last week we did self-union for social unification and processing versus projecting. So check that out if you want to see that. And today we're going to share what came up for us during meditation. And the meditation was guided where it was asking wisdom from our higher self. And what showed up on my end was acknowledgement, and what showed up on your end was step by step. So we're just going to go deep into that. So after the meditation, I asked this one, I said, how did you come up with the prompt for today? And so can you share with them your process and what did step by step mean to you as that showed up for you while you were guiding the meditation?
Yeah, so I didn't really have a plan for meditation today.
Yes,
so we just kind of went in and I saw what wanted to happen. And I'm going through a moment right now where I've been wanting to, back up.
Let's back up a little bit.
So I've been living in an apartment for the past 6 years. And it always felt like a transitional home. Like when I first moved there, I was like, okay, this will do for the next 6 months or so until I find something that's more aligned. And I've just stayed because it's been at an affordable price point in a good location, and it's a sweet community. So it's been good enough and easy enough, but it doesn't get a lot of light. It's pretty small, and my spirit has been really wanting a change on that front. But I've been just kind of ignoring it because moving is such a hassle, and I knew that in order to upgrade my life, I would have to pay more money. And the thought of how am I going to make more money, that felt like a hassle. So I've just been meh. But then this weekend, it really felt like this change has to happen now. I was feeling so dissatisfied in an area that I actually have plenty of control over. So I decided okay, it's time to make this change. I'm ready. There's no more. This is good enough. I want to live in a space that is inspiring and feels really good. So I started looking. I found a place right away. There's one place on
this
Craigslist.
Weekend. Just from this weekend.
Went and looked at it. It was beautiful. As soon as I walked in, I was like, yes, yes. Gorgeous, perfect, everything that I want. And then I applied, and the landlord hit me up and told me that I got the apartment. But it's funny because I have to pay a deposit and first month's rent and overlap. I have to pay double rent for a month.
Woo. Yeah.
So it's a lot of money. But also, I thought I was going to go on this trip to Italy to do a writing retreat that I had put a bunch of money down for, and now that's canceled. So the exact money that I put down that's being held for me by this travel company is the exact amount,
to the T. So you're saying to the T.
To the T, wow. Amount of money that I need to make this transition. So anyways, perfect alignment, beautiful, amazing. So when we were going into our higher selves, I was just feeling a lot of excitement and fear and overwhelm around moving and making a change so fast. And my higher self, when I went in and felt what this self needed, was just one step at a time. Today there's going to be some steps to take, and then tomorrow there's going to be some steps to take. And obviously this is meant to happen, or else it wouldn't be so perfect and so lined up. So just trusting the journey and not getting too ahead of myself.
Right? And her meditation had a lot of guided words like, I am here. And so, I love how that showed up and calling on the higher wisdom, the higher, what was it? Something witness?
Yeah, the witness self, the observer.
Witness self, the observer. And it's so amazing that, the answers and the wisdom that we're looking for can show up in something like this, where it's a guided meditation that invites you to get really present. And yeah, you're right. Because when you think about the steps that you need to make tomorrow, that is like on your head now. You're like not feeling like centered. And when we can focus on what are the steps that I need to take today, it simplifies it. Yeah. It's such more of a peaceful approach.
Yeah.
Where it's like helping your day become an okay, good day instead of a stressful one. So thank you for sharing, girl.
Yeah. What came through from your higher self?
So a little background, like kind of like with her, how she shared her story. I posted something on social media that invited a huge thread. As you can see what's been going on, there's been a lot of points, opinions, views. And so what came up for me in this meditation was ways that I can help people or society come to an agreement. And I'm going to post it later on Facebook because I found a way to kind of do this social experiment that invites us to agree more than disagree. So that came up, and also the topic of acknowledgement. As the words that she said in the meditation was about like, I am here, something about I am here. I found myself acknowledging where I'm at right now. Like I'm in this room, I'm on this chair, I'm acknowledging, and I see that I'm on this chair. I'm with my thoughts right now. I'm with Halley and listening to her. I'm in a place where I could be with my thoughts. And, and a lot of times, or many times, people don't feel acknowledgement. And as I was acknowledging myself, I felt peace come over me. Like true peace. It was so calm, and it was like, I can't try to describe it, but there was no feelings of worry or fear or stress or anxiety. It was just peace. I was just one with myself. And it gave me the answers on how to respond to kind of like put a peaceful ending to the thread, because it can get kind of tiring, and it's really easy to fall into that thing where it's like people don't feel heard, so they're going to say this. They don't feel heard in this, so they're going to say this. And it's like back and forth trying to prove a point. And what's really missing is just simply acknowledgement. So it kind of gave me the tools on how to end this thread by simply acknowledging every single person that spoke on there. And leave it at that. Yeah. Because guess what? There's something called Google. There's something called other resources that we have available to us. If we're open to learning or finding answers of X, Y, and Z, we have that available to us.
And you can also find evidence for whatever point you're trying to make, right? There's lots of evidence out there for the flat earth people. There's lots of evidence for like any opinion that you hold, right? So trying to prove your point, like anyone can prove their point about anything and back it up with some evidence.
Yes, correct. So true. And can we agree on that? Yes. Right? And so yes, you guys, what kind of direction do we want to go? Can we find things to agree more? I just see myself playing a role where it's like, it's something that I've always done. Like how can we close the gap? How can we understand one another? How can we continue to create a safe space in our lives to really find happiness and peace in here? Because there's things that you will learn that has helped you get there, and if you have those tools, and when you go out there and you can see what's missing, and you can be that person to actually how would I say that? You have something of value to play a part, Seems like something's coming up for you. Yeah.
Well, it's related, but my favorite wisdom that I've heard on the subject of what to do right now is I've heard it from a couple different places.
Yeah.
And every time I hear this particular wisdom, it puts me at so much ease. And the wisdom is that everyone has a different gift. Everyone has a different gift. Everyone has a different form of expression. Everyone has a different way of contributing. Some people are really public and loud and out there and outspoken and vocal. Other people are doing things more behind the scenes.
Yes, correct.
And there's no good or bad or right or wrong or better or worse, but an acknowledgement that we all have something to contribute and we all have our way of doing that. Some people go to protests, which is beautiful. Some people donate money, which is beautiful. Some people build community in their neighborhood, which is beautiful. Some people are like having really honest, hard conversations. Some people are reading the books. You know, some people are calling their Congress people. Some people are expressing their emotions through poetry. Like, there are so many ways to like be part of the solution, and no way is necessarily better or worse than any other way, you know? So I'm just like feeling the acknowledgement piece, and also the like, let's just be careful with where we're pointing fingers of who's not doing it right or who's not doing enough, because we don't know. Some people are sending prayers all day long, and that's really silent but really potent. So just like giving grace all around, you know? Yeah, and not being so quick to judge.
Ooh, yes, yeah. I feel like we touched on this last week a little bit, how we saw this video. Oh, I think I just shared with you at the end, but yeah, this woman was saying, you know, can we be quick to understand? Can we be quick to respond versus react? Like, and this is all the inner work, you know, in order to show up outwardly, we gotta like take care of us, and you know, that's another way of contributing, working on yourself, so you have the space to actually like see where you can contribute, you know? So, love that. I feel like that is our talk today. And, I mean, if you've stuck with us for a while, you know that we're all about the love, like experiencing true love. And that's why we host self-love workshops. That's why we hold like sessions that is, the meditate and conversate, right? Because if we are not learning about who we are, and we're not in the practice of healing, you know, then there's going to be so many blocks preventing us from doing blank, you know, from showing up as love. Like we always talk about love is the answer, and something that we go searching for, something, you know, and that we need to experience here.
Yeah,
So.
and I just want to also acknowledge like the courage that it takes I have to share this with you, and I'll just share it with everyone.
Go ahead, girl. Yeah.
One of my private clients that comes to me for coaching also comes to our self-love workshops. And I saw her yesterday. She came for a session, and she said, every time I buy a ticket, I am terrified. I was like, really? She's like, I am terrified, but I know that I need to be there. But I'm
Beautiful.
so scared. She's so scared to like be that vulnerable and honest in front of others, but every time it's so rewarding for her.
Wow.
And makes her feel so connected and so not alone. And so just the courage that it takes to be seen in your vulnerable places by others, and to be seen in doing your inner work is really, really special. And like, we don't take it lightly, you know?
For sure. Right? Because we know how it is.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you for highlighting that. Yeah. Thank you for the acknowledgement. You see how nice that feels? Acknowledging. All right, guys, we will see you guys next week. If you have any thoughts, comments, questions, share them down below. Or if you would like for us to talk about a different topic, we're open to that as well. Until then, we'll see you next week. Like our Selfloveexodus page for any updates and offerings from us, including our meditate and conversate sessions that's virtual, and also our workshops that it's still virtual for the time being. All right, guys. Bye.